Hello guys, Bike Trips here again. So after the review I did of the Chigee AIO-5, Carpuride sent me an email and asked me if I want to do a review of their screen. So after 20 days came in the mail this box. Let's unbox it. First experience, the packaging is nowhere close to the Chigee AIO-5. This feels much cheaper and it doesn't have the premium feeling of the Chigee one. I'm guessing they want to save cost because this screen is much cheaper than the Chigee AIO-5 one. And wow, the screen is massive. 7-inch screen, and for size comparison, an iPhone 14. Just the regular size, not the Max one. So what are the goods of the Carpuride screen? For BMW owners, the ones that have the GPS mounting pre-installed, it can be powered from the mount of the GPS of the BMW. This is a very good feature because it's plug and play. You just plug those two wires, you tuck it in here. It's a bit of a squeeze. So you tuck it behind here, it protrudes a bit, but you can mount it like this on the BMW GPS mount. But because you have to push the wire through that hole, every time that you do that, it wears down the main cable of the screen. I don't know how many times it can last pushing it from that hole. So if you don't have a BMW mount, or a BMW in general, you can power it with two different options. One is directly from a battery. You just plug these cables to your main battery, it has a fuse, and you connect the plug to the screen. But again, the screen can be removed even if you plug it this way. And the third option is through a USB. It can be powered from any USB Type A plug. The cable is pretty long, so you have many options for a USB plug. But I'm guessing if your USB plug is not somewhere safe, it's not gonna be waterproof. I will plug it now to a USB Type A plug that I have here on my computer. And yes, as you can see, it powers up. So the other option for mounting is through this bracket, which can be mounted on your steering or any other bar that you have on your motorcycle. This way the screen is adjustable and also removable with this ball mount. You remove the BMW mounting and then you screw this ball onto the screen. But let's try the BMW mount. This is the original BMW GPS, and this is next to the Carpuride 7-inch screen. So it's easy to remove the BMW GPS with your key, and also it's easy to mount it the same way you remove the original GPS. We had problem powering it up from the mount in the beginning. I contacted Carpuride, and because I had an early model, it didn't have a magnet on the mounting, so it didn't power up. But also it didn't power up from the GS Adventure. I don't know, it's not enough power from the original USB. But with instructions from Carpuride, I fixed the problem and we tried again. It was not ideal, but it was an easy fix, and now it properly powers up. As you can see, it's directly mounted on the GPS mount of the BMW. When you turn off your motorcycle, it takes 1 minute and the screen turns off. It's supposed to be locked on the mount, but I'm guessing you want to take it off. So let's take it for a spin. So first impressions, the screen is massive. For me, I think it's too big. For some people, it might be okay. You can use it with a glove, but these gloves are compatible with smartphones. I did some tests with gloves that are not compatible with smartphones. It worked, but not 100% of the time. So it has all the features of Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and all the apps that work with both of them. GPS, Google Maps, Apple Maps, etc. Mounting it like this, you miss out on the top of the screen of the BMW that have the information of fuel, range, tire pressure, and consumption. You have to stoop under the screen to have all those numbers. So compared to the Chigee one, you don't have the cameras, you don't have the blind spot detection, you don't have the park sentry mode that cameras record when the bike is moved or touched or a loud sound occurs next to your bike. You don't have over-the-air updates. Also, you don't have tire pressure sensors that you can combine with the Chigee AIO-5 screen. And of course you don't have the option to control it from the wheel of the BMW like with the Chigee.
Μαλακιά ότι δεν βλέπεις πάνω. Βλέπεις μέχρι εδώ, μέχρι το προδόμιο.
So this version with the BMW mount costs around $269 with the code BikeTrips that gives you 15% off. And if you want to buy the Chigee screen, the complete setup as I have it with the remote and the mounting is $554 with the code BikeTrips that gives you 25% on everything on the site. And if you want to buy only the screen with the cameras, it's $448 with the code BikeTrips. Comparing the two screens, Carpuride, the visibility is good, the quality of the screen is not so high as the Chigee. Also, it doesn't have an auto brightness feature. The Chigee one has auto brightness. This is the Chigee screen mounted on the same place as the Carpuride. Also, Chigee one records details of your trip because it has its own GPS receptor and gives you a summary of the trip each time you turn off the bike. Here is the one next to each other. The Chigee one is connected to Apple CarPlay and the Carpuride is connected to Android Auto. Both of them have micro SD external storage, but the one is only for playing music and videos, I guess, and the other one records your trips through the cameras. Also, Chigee has special safety screws, both for the SD card and the mount, that you can't unscrew with a regular screwdriver. For me, the camera feature is a very good feature that I cannot leave behind because I record my trips all the time, and the Chigee records your trip whatever happens, and also it has a monitoring function when the bike is parked and somebody moves it or a loud sound happens next to your bike. So this is my review of the Carpuride 7-inch screen compared to the Chigee one, because those are the big competitors right now on this market. It's your time to choose what to buy. Also, don't miss out on the big news coming to this channel. Subscribe and see you on the next one.